In the interim, let's bring you other news worth your attention this Tuesday morning. President Cyril Ramaphosa will embark on a Presidential Youth Flagship Programme in Tshwane today. The president will engage young beneficiaries of the Presidential Youth Employment Initiative and the Presidential Employment Flagship Programmes. He'll visit Sefako Makgatho Primary School in Saulsville, the South African Creative Industries Incubator in Eersterust, and the Foundation for Professional Development in Pretoria East. Keeping up with the president is our senior reporter Samkele Maseko, who joins us now live. And Samkele, help us place these initiatives and I suppose what the president is hoping to achieve here.
Indeed, and this particular initiative was launched by President Ramaphosa and with the Deputy Minister in the Presidency, Nongceba Mhlawulo, working with the Department of Basic Education as well and other sectors in order to provide those much needed incentives and youth employment opportunities to young people within the country. I am going to bring in the Deputy Minister in the Presidency. Deputy Minister, just the essence of this program being launched here today by the President. You launched it last week in a press briefing. Just the essence of this particular program. What is its aim and objective?
So today we are actually having 3 site visits as part of the Presidential Youth Employment Initiative. The first one, of course, being the Teachers Assistance Program that we are at here today. The second one will be a creative industry incubation program for young people in the creative industry. And then the third one will be a professional development a program for young people who are in the space of training for mental health care providers. And really the essence of the program cuts across various government departments, as you'll note, and the essence of it is to create young people with a pathway from learning to earning. And what do we mean by that? We mean that from a young person entering into the space either in a training facility, placement through a training facility, to a point at which they are placed in a job. And the idea with this, of course, is to ensure that young people are not just put in training facilities but don't get, 1, the adequate skills, 2, the adequate experience, but 3, also are able to then secure a job at the end of the day.
When you look at this particular initiative, will it guarantee these young people the much needed jobs that they need, looking at the financial constraints government is faced with and a budget constraint that the Minister of Finance, Enoch Madiba-Kotongwane, has to go through to pass effectively on Wednesday, but there is no money?
Yeah. So one of the things that we are going to be doing, and which is why we are doing this today, is to see, because the program actually started in 2020 as part of the COVID-19 relief programs, and it's obviously continued up until now. And one of the things that we're looking to do is to see where the gaps are and how do we upscale going into the future. So far, it's just in the last financial year only, the program has actually created 252,000 earning opportunities for young people. And one of the programs that we'll be going to after this one is actually the Jobs Boost Outcomes Fund, which is a program where young people, the intake of young people is in conjunction with ensuring that at the time that young person is taken into the program, there's already a job waiting for them after the 12-month program. And the idea with that, it's currently its pilot phase. What we want to do in 2026 is to upscale to ensure that you are able to cater for more young people so that we can really make a difference in those very scary numbers of youth unemployment in our country.
On other issues, Deputy Minister, we've seen an affidavit in your former cap as the convener of the ANC Youth League. The affidavit by one of the murderers who has confessed and who will be sentenced of the late ANC Youth League Secretary General Sindiso Makgatho. Just your particular view on this particular affidavit and the revelations that have come forth, particularly on political killings in the province of KwaZulu-Natal that is also prevalent in a province like Mpumalanga.
So I think firstly we note that it is, of course, a case that has been ongoing for quite some time, and we must welcome this new information that has come to light, and also, of course, that it shows that our criminal justice system, even though sometimes it does take a while, it does get to convictions. I'm not going to, I don't want to go into the nitty-gritties of the case, but obviously just to state that we have full trust in the NPA's ability to follow up on those that have been mentioned, further investigate them, further prosecute, and ensure that everyone who was involved in the brutal killing of the former SG of the ANC Youth League is actually brought to book.
Are you not worried that your former Deputy Provincial Secretary of KwaZulu-Natal and former Hedrikwala District Mayor, the late Mluleki Ndobe, who killed himself, is fingered in a conduit of paying over 1.2 million rands for the life of Sindiso Makgatho, a former high-profile politician in KwaZulu-Natal, alleged to have paid over R1 million for the life of another comrade.
As I've said, Samkele, of course, we note that it's an ongoing investigation. I think that it would be very irresponsible of me to then comment on an ongoing investigation. As I said, that everyone who was involved should be brought to book, and we have full confidence in the ability of the NPA to further investigate everyone else who was fingered, those that have been mentioned and those that are still in the pipeline, who have not been uncovered yet, to be brought to book and to face the full might of the law.
Are you passing the budget tomorrow?
We are very confident that we will be passing the fiscal framework in the National Assembly tomorrow.
Thank you very much, Deputy Minister Nongceba Mohlaola. Basically speaking on this employment initiative, that youth employment initiative that has been launched by the presidency, and also working with the various other sectors and other ministries in providing those much needed employment opportunities from those youth that will be moving from learning to earning in an era where youth unemployment is ravaging the youth within the country. And also commenting on the passing of the fiscal framework tomorrow in the National Assembly, but going forth to also comment on the brutal murder of the former ANC Youth League Secretary General Sindiso Makgatho, with that revelation by one of the Incubis who's alleged to have pulled the trigger that took the life of Sindiso Makgatho, implicating a number of politicians and former municipal officials as well, and also going to town about how over R1 million was paid overall for the life of Sindiso Makgatho.
Yes, Samkele Maseko, as always, multiple birds with one stone. Live to us there from Pretoria. For now, thanks very much indeed.